everyone. Again, this is Marcus with another Trinidad and Tobago footballing video. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Christian Ramkhelawan, a 17-year-old who is out there in Portugal. And I would definitely like to learn a little bit more because, as always, we'll be able to understand the journeys and hopefully other players who looking on, other young people who looking on, really able to learn from his experience and we could take from his experience. So I do have a couple of questions written down here. So if you see me looking to the side, it's just because I kind of reviewing the questions to talk about it because I really want to keep it a little bit structured. So again, Christian, thanks for your time. And I don't know if you want to open and say anything as we start off.
Yeah, so I just want to say, hi everyone. My name is Christian Ramkhelawan. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm 17 years old, and I was blessed with the opportunity to be out here in Portugal, coming from a football background. And I want to thank you, Marcus, for having me on the podcast. And that's it.
Right, cool, man. Let's get into it one time. So, where did the love for football really start with you?
Well, the love for football really started when I was about, let's say, 8 years old.
Mhm.
Randomly, my dad, he's a big Manchester United fan.
Right.
So he watches all the games every time they play,
Hmm.
and just watching it with him, I just started falling in love with the sport, and he pushed me to learn more, to get more experience, and to just
Right.
have football knowledge before I started playing, and that's where everything started. And I was
Okay.
young.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is cool. At a good young age. At that time, I guess Manchester United probably was good.
Yeah, that's when they had Wayne Rooney and everyone.
Right. Because I mean, if it me following them now, then I'll probably have to stop this podcast. It don't make sense. Yeah. So yeah, my next question was actually who inspired you to take it more seriously? But I guess you just mentioned that's probably a dad who pushed you in that direction, right?
My dad and my grandpa.
Oh, okay, nice. I don't know if we mentioned it before, but I know you play as a goalkeeper.
Yes, I am.
So my next question here is which goalkeepers do you currently rank as the best? And what are three things you think you could take from their game?
Uh, right now, three goalkeepers. I would say Gianluigi Donnarumma,
Right.
Em- Emiliano Martinez,
Mm-hmm.
and Jordan Pickford.
Oh, cool, cool.
That's and
And what do you think you could take from their game to add to your game?
well, I mean, all these pros they have really good attributes. So if if I had to start, I would say I would take Emiliano Martinez is commanding. I
Right,
would aspire to be like him and how he commands his box, organizes his defense.
right,
Um, I love Jordan Pickford's passion. I actually think I could relate to him with the passion. You feel the flair when he's on the pitch. You feel
right.
it.
True.
And I would like Gianluigi's done on my shot stopping. I would like to work and develop myself to get to that level. Because
Yeah,
right now, in my opinion, I think he's the best in the world right
yeah.
now.
Shot
Right.
stopper, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely one of the best for sure, for sure. So you say you started by watching football at the age of 8, and I guess probably getting into football a little bit. When did you kind of realize that, hey, you know what? I could take this footballing professionally, or I could take it seriously and make something out of this.
Well, I realized I could have played at a higher level when I was around 13, turning 14.
Right,
That's when I was already open to playing tournaments, competitive football. It wasn't just friendlies.
right,
Um, Before that, though, younger, I used to just be like primary school football, everything, sweating. In Trinidad, we say sweating.
right. Yeah.
And me and my friends. And from there, my dad actually took me to GDD in Trinidad. This,
GDD.
yeah, this was when I was younger, though, like around 12 years old, in Manny
Right,
Ramsden Stadium, before
right.
COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID. And that's where I kind of got open and learned some stuff. And afterwards, around 12, I
Hmm.
joined Dr. Williams Soccer Academy.
Okay,
And from
okay.
there, all my experiences there and with Presentation College around the age of 14 is when I realized I could have took it more serious and
Okay,
actually
okay, okay. So
do for.
Dunson, William, and Prez. Okay, nice. So there's where we kind of get into it a little bit more now. I want to understand how did you go from Prez or the Dunson William Academy to get to where you are now? And the reason I ask is I know there are a lot of players at that age who in some academies were probably starting to play and they're only thinking intercol. But how do you move on from that?
Well, I mean, it's about, besides on the field work, it's about marketing as well. You have to
Right,
also be around the right crowd of persons. You have to do the right things. So before I got here, I joined Club Sando. That's a team in Trinidad as well.
right.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
where that's where I played with them in Republic Cup, the local tournament.
Okay, okay.
We
Yeah,
actually we won out our zone, our south zone. We won it out. We won,
right.
and well, we ended up losing in the quarterfinals to Sava Jablote. That's also an next team. But Club
Okay,
Sando is where I developed into more the speed of the game, picking up the speed of the game, knowing what to do, when to do it, my decision making,
right.
and it just so happened that around the same time I was playing with Club Sando, NextGem Sports, they had a scouting showcase. And it was either in Hasty Crawford or Atto Bolden. And I attended, and from there, things just flew.
Okay, okay, okay. So I know, well, the Republic Cup is pretty established in Trinidad, and I know that is one ground that people go to get the exposure. Um, and well, obviously, I know that a little bit about Next Gem also. So we could probably talk a little bit more about that, or people listening on could always ask questions, any comments, and we could give more information about that. Um, so cool. So how did you feel at the point in time knowing or hearing that you have an opportunity to go to Portugal? How did that exactly happen for you and how you felt?
Well, it was a random night, a weekend night, I believe.
Right.
It was like 11 p.m. I was getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
Um, then I just checked my phone and I got a notification on my Instagram. Mr. Kerwin Cunningham, he messaged me and he asked about my interest and inquiring more stuff about Portugal. And
Right.
I was so excited, I ran into my parents' room.
Right, right, right.
Dad, look at this. He said, okay, in the morning we'll discuss everything. The next morning he called Mr. Cunningham.
Yeah.
They had the discussion, and from there, that's how. But the adrenaline was rushing in me from that whole day.
So that would have been, so at what age was that? That was,
This was actually recent, so I would have been
okay.
16. 16.
Okay, okay. So last year, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, okay. And for people who don't know exactly where are you currently right now?
I'm in Pombal, Portugal, and I'm currently playing for Sporting Pombal, which is they're the youth academy and extension of Sporting Lisbon.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I was actually doing some research and I realized Sporting Lisbon has several youth academies that I guess they feed from, that they
Yeah.
take players from. So this would be one of them. So fantastic opportunity. So that goes to my next question. Tell me a little bit about the club and what has it been like and how is it different to what we have in Trinidad?
Well, I mean, out here, the club itself, it's fantastic. The academy, everyone.
Yeah,
So I stay in my own room, and I have like some has roommates. They had their own dorms. Everyone's in here really good. We treat
yeah,
each other with respect on and off the field. We
right,
always try to help each other and push each other up. It's never a down. In terms of
right.
the training, it's different. It's intense. It's sharp. It's quick. The fields smooth. If you compare fields over here to fields in Trinidad, you see the difference.
Okay, okay,
I don't
okay,
want to
okay,
touch
okay.
it too much, but you will see a big.
Yeah. I mean, I could imagine based on what we see on TV, and when
Yeah,
you look at academies across there, you could really see a huge difference to where we are in Trinidad right now.
yeah,
So Portugal's football is ranked as like number seven in the world.
yeah.
So how does that make you feel knowing that at this young age you have the opportunity being across there, learning their style, learning their play, and what what do you think you could take away from that?
Well, it's a fantastic feeling, you know. I mean, you're in the heart, one of the hearts of football. You know, we
Right,
have great players coming from here. We have Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, many more. And learning their style of play, it helps not only on the field, but having good ball IQ, you know, ball knowledge. You know,
right,
it helps in decision making
right.
because that's the key factor of football nowadays. You know, it's the decisions you make, and being in the heart, they focus on it. So any little thing you don't know, you're confused, they show it to you, they demonstrate it, and you learn from it.
Okay, cool. Um, I mean, coming from Trinidad and Tobago, where you would have your family, you have your social life, I'm assuming your people's here, and heading across there, what do you think the biggest differences and how are you able to manage those, both on and off the field?
You mean in terms of how like communication with them and everything like that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a 5 hour time difference. So Portugal
Right,
is 5 hours ahead.
right.
So what I do is I'm more free in the nighttime, and that's when
Hmm
it kind of gets evening in Trinidad.
hmm
In terms of communication, that's how I communicate. Not frequent due to they working and other stuff like that. But every day,
Right.
every day I get in communication with my family, my friends, and other my loved ones. So I mean, you miss them, but you're doing everything for a good cause. At the end of the
Right.
day, you want to play that professional soccer or
True,
football.
true. And yeah, I wanted to kind of just touch a little bit on that because that would have to be a whole mindset change for somebody who, again, is accustomed in Trinidad and you're liming every weekend, you're probably liming during the week and calling your peoples and then going across there. I know it could be a little bit isolated. And I just want to make sure people understand that too, because some people go across there and they're overwhelmed because, hey,
Yeah.
I really didn't expect this. But I think the upfront preparation is key to make sure that they're aware of what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, you're getting this opportunity. You're not gonna decline it. The first thing you're gonna say is yes, yes, yes. But there's
Yeah,
other aspects besides the football you gotta think about. Off the field, where you live, where you stay, your financial budgets, where you could go, things you could do. And
right.
I mean, even me, when I wasn't expecting to do as much thinking. I would lie to you. No, it's like you're a grown adult here. You have to be
Yeah,
mindful of every decision you make. So at first, I was a bit overwhelmed at first, my first
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Then eventually, I guess grew into it, and now I'm comfortable. Now you understand everything, and you're just working towards your goal.
Nice. Yeah, and again, there's a point that I think we lose a lot of players there because they go outside and they get trials,
Yeah,
but they don't get contracts. And that's probably one of the things and I've heard reports that we have players who aren't able to really manage at that level. And I think it's probably because we don't prepare them properly, or at least tell them exactly what they're getting themselves into. And we lose some good opportunities because of that. So
mentally as well. You gotta be mental preparation has to be done.
yeah. Exactly. So you spoke about family and you spoke that they still keep encouraging you and that kind of thing, which is very important. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? You're 17 now, so at the age of 22, 23, where do you see yourself?
Well, at the age of 22, I'm hoping to be signed with Sporting Lisbon. If
Right.
not, I do have interest in playing in England as an end goal, that's where I really want to play.
Right.
So within the next 5 to 10 years, I'm hoping to either achieve one of those two goals and be in either, let's say, I like Newcastle and also Arsenal in England Premier League, and it's a long road to make it
Yeah.
there, but I'm willing to put in the work, and I just want to make the best of what I have now, and also work towards Sporting Lisbon because they're also a big club here,
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
those are my two
Okay.
big.
Yeah. As people always say, make sure you shoot for the stars, right? Make sure as highest as you could go. Um, I have a question which I didn't have written down, but what is a day like, a typical day like as a professional footballer there now?
Well, okay, a typical day, you wake up around 7:30.
Right.
You shower, you brush your teeth, you head to breakfast. Breakfast starts at 8:30, you know.
Okay.
You leave the campus at 9:30 to head for your morning training, which is 10 to 11.
Okay.
After you come home, you shower and stuff, you get the rest. Lunch is 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to let's say about 2:33. When
Right.
you finish lunch, you have a free recovery little period from the morning, all the movements, everything.
Hmm.
And at nighttime, you have team training. Now, team training is
Oh,
with everyone, so that's the training you have to put in the work, you have to perform, because
yeah.
it's not just one coach like in the morning, it's every coach, everyone's day. So that goes from like the time varies. So on Mondays, it's like 7:30 to 9:30. On Wednesdays, it might be 8:45 to 10, and this is all nighttime. So after that, you come home, you have dinner,
Hmm.
and then you shower and stuff and get to bed and get ready for the next day.
Okay.
Same,
Okay.
same thing on the next day.
Right. And you see, again, that was an important part that I wanted you to mention because coming from Trinidad and Tobago, I mean, let's be honest, we don't really stick to schedules as we
Yeah,
should.
discipline.
And yeah, I've heard that not only from, well, obviously yourself, but I've heard from other young players also that everything is mapped out for you, as I say, what time you get up, what time is breakfast, what do you do in between? You have two sessions, morning and evening. Yeah, that is, I mean, unfortunately, we definitely are good ways away from that as a footballing nation. Um, so basically that was all the questions I really had on the sheet. But I wanted to get in a little bit into you mentioned about playing in Republic Cup,
Yeah,
and then there was a scout. There was a word they use. I can't remember the exact word, but with
showcase,
Next Gem, a
showcase.
showcase. Yeah, there was a showcase. Do you know how did you find out about that? And is that something that and exactly what was it, or how did it go from there, being on the field playing, to having a conversation and getting a call?
Okay, so it started with Coach Dexter Cyrus. That's Union Holds United coach.
Yeah, yeah, I know Sayo because he and I talk often. I really respect him as a coach too, and actually I'm supposed to do an interview with him sometime soon again also. So yeah, I
Yeah,
know Sayo.
right, yeah. So he shared a link. There was a link going around for the showcase,
Right.
a registration link. So he kind of advertised it, and it happened to be sent to my dad as well. I'm not sure how my dad got it. I think it's from Coach Cyrus though. And
Right.
well, my dad ended up showing me. I registered, and then it happened. The showcase was like a week after, and
Okay.
from there you go to the field. You do another registration just in real life to make sure it's you and those stuff. And then
Right. Right.
after that, you have multiple games, different scrimmages. You play against lots of different players. It was really big. It was open.
So is this a 1 day showcase?
Yeah, it's a 1 day
Okay.
showcase,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it depends on your age, I think. So it goes one day you got the U15s, U19s on the next, like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it was, and You just have to go out and perform. They record the whole thing, so I guess they look to the footage afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, and then they probably send it out. I guess I could always follow up with Katie and understand that part of it. But
yeah,
okay. And then as you say, at some point he gave you a call and asked you about Portugal.
yeah. He gave me a message. Yeah,
Right, 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 right. Okay, okay. Now, this was very informative, and I think we were able to kind of break it down step by step. So for younger players, probably 15, 14, 16, they have a good idea as to what to do and to really understand the steps moving forward. But again, at the age of 17, being out there in Portugal, I want to say congratulations. I
thank
know
you.
it's a huge achievement. I know your family definitely would be proud of you. Um, Again, we as Trinbago fans proud when we see our players getting outside there also because I wouldn't talk about it now, but you know what's going on with our national team. But yeah, so we always grateful when young players get opportunities like this. So Christian, thank you. I don't know if you have anything else that you want to mention, like if you know about a next showcase coming up, or if you have information that you want to share with anybody, close them
Um,
out. Yeah.
well, I would just like to say, NextGen Sports is really helpful. They take youth players that have the talent and they help them get opportunities. So, well, if I receive information about anything, I'll be sure to share with you, Marcus, and you could put it
Yeah.
on your platform and stuff, and we could provide to the younger ones who wants to come up.
Okay. Yeah, and as you mentioned, I also speak with Katie Cunningham quite often. And well, I know Dexter Cyrus, so and I'm supposed to do an interview with him soon. So again, I'll keep following up on my side also and pushing the information out there. But
Yeah,
yeah, Next Gem definitely does seem to be doing good work and getting our players out there. So I would definitely endorse that and endorse the fact that we have opportunities and we just need to know how to use them.
yep.
Christian, thank you very much.